going on, my disciples of the Marauder program? Today, I thought this might be a cute little video to make, something sweet for the boys and girls watching this video. I wanted to go over some steering wheel hand positions here. Now, I have a few in mind that I want to talk about, but this is kind of impromptu. I haven't really put much thought into this. I don't really put much thought, into a lot of the videos that come out on the Marauder program. So let's get right into it. So I want to get started with probably the worst possible steering wheel holding position that I could think of. This might be the worst. Let me actually close this so it looks a little bit cleaner in here. We're gonna turn this John off. Now we got the black screen, blacked out, murdered out interior on the fucking hypercar. All right, let's get into it. So, in my opinion, the worst driving hand steering wheel position is 10 and 2. Or, well, this would be 9 and 3. 10 and 2, in my opinion, has gotta be the most outrageous shit I see when I'm driving on the road. Now, there's two things that are outrageous when I get driving on the road. And I'm not trying to get political here, but I feel like I'm in the 98 percentile that would agree with me here. Number one, when I see a motherfucker in the car with a mask on, that always fucking weirds me out and fucking upsets my jimmies downstairs. My nuts retract into my fucking liver when I see someone wearing a mask in a car. And I've thought that even since 2020, when we were in the heat of the pandemic, when motherfuckers were dying left and right and shit like that, and I saw people with masks in the car by themselves. Even then, bro, and I was like a 17-year-old boy, and I was like, these motherfuckers are dumb as hell. But that's me getting, that's as political as we're about to get on this channel. The second thing that I see in cars where I'm like, what the fuck is going on, and my nuts retract into my fucking kidneys, is when someone's actually driving 10 and 2 and they're just like in the automobile by themselves. The only exception in my mind for driving 10 and 2 in real life as an actual human and not a fucking robot supplied by the fucking government is if you're like if you're doing your driving test, if you're 16 years old and you have your fucking driving instructor right next to you that's like on your ass about the shit. That's the only time I ever did 10 and 2. When I was in my driving instructor, bro, I was a peach of a fucking student. I was sitting straight up, bright-eyed, spine straight, and just my hands were like this gripping the steering wheel. I damn near pulled the steering wheel off the fucking Toyota Camry that I was driving. So that's the only excuse, in my opinion, to drive 10 and 2 in real life. The other day, I was driving behind this motherfucker, and he was just like braking hard as fuck, like late braking and braking hard as fuck, and just going slow on the road. So I was like, all right, I gotta scan in to see what this motherfucker's working with right now, because whenever I see someone driving crazy on the road, I like to do a little bit of people watching and just do some soul searching into their car. And I don't even care if they see me looking at them. I'll just fucking hold eye contact with the motherfuckers, and either I crash or they crash, because I want to see what this motherfucker's working with. And this guy that was late braking and swerving all over the road and driving slow had his fucking hands on 10 and 2 and he was like leaning over the steering wheel like some fucking grandma. Now that's ridiculous. I don't understand how an actual human can just drives like this. And it's not like we were going on a highway. I mean, I guess I can understand it if you're getting an adrenaline rush or going 70 miles an hour down fucking I-93 in Massachusetts. I get it, because that road's a fucking disaster. But if you're just on a general road with a 30 mile per hour speed limit and you're at 10 and 2, or God forbid 9 and 3, like, just give it up. Ride a bike or some shit. Take a walk. Use one of those electric scooters that go 100 miles an hour that everyone's riding with nowadays. Just do that, bro. Just do that, bro. So, bro, just ride the fucking scooter, bro. Instead of driving the car, if you keep your hands on 10 and 2, bro. It's a simple solution to the equation, man. I don't know what that was, but I felt like fucking doing it, so I did it. We're going to get into the second steering wheel position right now, and I call this is a patented steering wheel hold that I think I've trademarked. It's called Matt Marauder's mom steering wheel hold. Now, this is how my mom holds the fucking steering wheel. We could be going 98 miles per hour. We could be doing crazy maneuvers in the fucking Kia Sportage, and this is dead ass how my mom holds the steering wheel. She goes 2 fingers down to the left nodule. So like the bottom, so like let's picture this is the Earth and this is South America right here. So my mom's basically in South America with 2 fingers on the steering wheel. Can you guys see this? Yeah. And she just kind of like claws the steering wheel like this, and sometimes she'll even do 1 finger like a lunatic. And that probably explains why she totaled my dad's green 2003 Isuzu Rodeo. That's probably why when she was in her 2012 Kia Sorento, she fucking hit a biker and broke the dude's femur. That's probably the reason. So this is an official Matt Marauder mom steering wheel hold, and I don't recommend anyone does this. This is pretty dangerous in my opinion. I never really drive with the the steering wheel hold like this. It's uncomfortable for me because I got some long ass arms hanging off my shoulders. You guys know my knuckles drag when I'm fucking walking. I'm like a goddamn orangutan. We already know this. People, dude, sometimes I'm just out in public and I'll get a fucking net thrown over me and hit with a tranquilizer dart because someone called in saying that there was a primate out lurking the streets. But no, it's just me. So that's happened, no bullshit, 3 times where I've got a trank to the ass and then netting thrown over me because someone thought a fucking orangutan was loose from the Stone Zoo or the Franklin Park Zoo, just running around gallivanting the streets. So it's hard to be me. Realistically, it's hard to be Matt Marauder because I'm always getting, people think I get animal controlled on me once a week at least because people think I'm some sort of feral beast. But that's the second hold that we're gonna go over. The third hold, now we're gonna get into some holds that I particularly use myself. Now, you saw the bottom hemisphere hold. Now we're gonna get into so you saw, actually we'll call it the South American hold because this is like the South American area of my steering wheel. Now we're gonna get into the North American hold, which is a hold that I myself use frequently. And that's, you put your elbow, so I got the GR86 Premium Edition, so I got Alcantara door, whatever the fuck this John is. So I'm living luxuriously, right? So I rest my elbow on the Alcantara shit that I got when I got my Premium Edition 2023 steel gray GR86, aka Koenigsegg Regera, aka Lamborghini Aventador with a bumper delete with twin turbos on the back. That's basically what I'm driving right now. So here you do, you put your fucking heavy ass elbow on this thing. I know you guys don't have heavy elbows, I do because my bone mass is 3 times the normal human. But you put your elbow there and then you just hit them with a little bit of a claw right where the Canada and US border is. So right here, I'd say, is where the Canada-US border is on my steering wheel. So you put your fingers right there, 2 fingers there, and you just kind of let your hand hang down, and you use your thumb too when you're thinking about turning, just to guide the wheel a little bit. You don't need your thumb really if you have some fucking crazy long fucking ruler digits like I do, but just a little claw action. So this is the North American hold right here. We're breaching the Canada border. But yeah, you can also, I guess, do it on the other side, but I prefer when I do my my Asian hold. So this is Asia. We're in Asia on the steering wheel right now. I'm just a fucking geographical expert, bro. You guys, I bet you guys didn't think you were gonna click on this video and get a fucking full geography lesson from Matt Marauder, but you are. So now we're at the Asian level. So I don't claw this one because I don't have Alcantara to rest my hand on. All I have is I could rest my elbow near my heated seats, my ejecto seato, as you can see. Can you guys peep that? There's an ejecto seato down there. And then I drive stick because I got a cock and balls in between my legs, so that means I have to drive stick. So I rest my elbow on this dumbass center console that's in this stupid fucking car. And I kind of grab the wheel like this. Instead of clawing it, I have nothing to rest my elbow on, so I grab the wheel like this and I'll turn it, you know, as you do. So that's the Asian hold right there. And what else do we got? I think I in my head right now, I feel like there's holds that I'm missing. Well, there's also the double underhand, but I rarely use this one. It's kind of like, it doesn't really work. It's hard to steer like this. I mean, if you're going straight on a highway, the double underhooks right here down in Antarctica, they work. But I don't prefer doing it like this. Sometimes I'll even go for a fucking center grip because I got some ginormous hands. So if I'm doing some expert maneuvers, I'll do a center grip and act like I'm playing with a fucking bop it, squeeze it, like shit like that with my wheel. Because I'm an expert driver, so sometimes I'm so good at driving that I just start to fuck around with like different shit when I'm driving. I'll risk crashing and dying and blowing up the H6, but I just fuck around with my wheel. What else do we got? I'm tall as fuck. You guys know that. I'm 7 feet tall. It takes me 3 strides to walk 6 miles. So it's actually insane how fucking long my legs are. So I can use my knees. And if you guys watch my POV drives, sometimes I'll catch myself unknowingly. Like I'll be in editing and I'll be like, damn, I've been driving with my knees for the past 2 minutes. Like I can get a good range of motion with my knees. Like I can be with the shits with knee driving. Like if I was like a bomb de-armor in the army and I got both my arms blown off, God bless our troops, all respect to our troops, but if I got both my arms blown off in the army, dead ass, I would be able to drive perfectly fine. Even with the stick, I would fucking use my tongue to control the stick shift because I got a lizard tongue. I'm a fucking animal freak in nature. And I think you guys are putting that together as I'm describing myself in this video, but yeah, so you could do the knee driving if you're tall like me. And I actually fuck with the knee driving heavy. And it's not even that dangerous. Motherfuckers overreact to the knee driving. It's not that dangerous. I don't do this. Now we're going to go on to the next one and we're going to get up to, what the fuck is up on top of, like the North Pole. We're going to call this the North Pole of the steering wheel. And there's a few different grips you could do on the North Pole of the steering wheel. And we're going to get into that right now. So what I used to do when I was younger, I don't really do it in this car because I gotta be constantly shifting and shit. So what I used to do when I was fucking whipping the Hoopty, aka my mom's 2017 fucking Torino red Kia Sportage, I would do a grip like this, bro. And people sleep on this steering wheel grip if you're going in a straight line, or if you're just like just going on a regular road. This is comfortable as fuck because you got your arm resting on your other arm, and you can really whip a fucking automobile with a grip like this. Now, I don't recommend it for inexperienced drivers, but someone like me, I mean, they literally call me fucking Mario Marauder. They fucking call me Matt Hamilton sometimes. They dead ass call me Matt Ragunathan. They call me Nikita Marauder. All that shit, bro. Like, I'm with it with driving. As you guys know, as I've been saying, I don't mean to get too annoying with how good I am at driving, but sometimes I feel like it's got to be stated because I don't want anyone disrespecting my name. I'll really race anyone on this fucking platform. But where was I? You could do this grip if you're a player, baller like me, but not a lot of people are. So that's a select few amount of people that can do that. Now, we're gonna get to the last grip, and this is the grip that I frequent about 90% of the time when I'm driving any automobile. And that is, you fucking get back in your seat. And also, you know who else uses this grip? My fucking 88-year-old Italian grandma. She drove a Civic. She bumped a Hoopty Civic. She would sit so far back that even my tall ass would have to move the seat up when I would get in her car. She couldn't even fucking see over the steering wheel when she was driving. And she would have one hand on the steering wheel like this, and she was a fucking player, bro. She was really a gangster, bro. You know how those Italians get down. Like, she was from fucking Florence, and she was an absolute maniac behind the wheel. She crashed a lot, but it's because she couldn't fucking see the road. But I use this grip 90% of the time when I'm driving. I have one hand on the steering wheel, and then my other hand down here free, so I could fucking control my shifting nodules wherever I want. And this is probably the most comfortable position. If you guys see my POV drives, you know this is how I'm driving most of the time. If not, I'm driving with my knees. But I just feel like this is the superior way to go. You look like a badass. You look like fucking Dominic Toretto. Every time I'm at a stoplight and I'm sitting like this, I feel like I'm fucking bald-ass Mark Sinclair when I'm driving. Dominic Toretto. If you guys didn't know that Vin Diesel's name is actually Mark Sinclair, there you go. You just fucking figured it out. So this is probably the #1 driving position that I would recommend. You got perfect access to your shifter. You can go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all that shit. You saw that handwork, you couldn't even fucking comprehend that. But yeah, this is probably the last steering wheel position that I'm gonna go over. And this video went better than I thought it was gonna go, I think. That's really all I got for you guys. If anyone has any video ideas, put them in the comments below, and I'll catch you motherfuckers on another video, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe I'll fucking log off for good this time, but we'll see. I'll catch you guys.